Hi everyone, this is Matt. Welcome back to my channel. So look, I'm looking at prompt engineering on Wikipedia because I think this is the skill that is so relevant to all of us, and this is what is going to make a difference between me and my competitors, between one company and another, how good we are at prompt engineering. So how closely our prompts reflect of what we actually want, how successful we are at prompt engineering. So this is an art and science in itself, and there are so many methods. There's chain of thought, chain of symbol, what else do we have here? Generated knowledge prompting, least to most prompting, and so on. If you go to OpenAI platform, they have a whole tutorial, whole guide on this with so many sublinks. So much extra information is here. And you have prompt examples and error codes and whatnot. So much information. So for you and me, people who are not um, computer scientists, right? Who probably should learn how to prompt engineering because it will make our lives better and will also help us with the next job. Even to write your CV, even to write cover letter, to maybe write some emails to clients, to make it more professional, to streamline some parts of your life. This is definitely a very useful skill to have. But this is way too much to learn for people with 9 to 5 jobs. So let me show you what is the best way to sort this out without learning too much. So this is an example of a simple prompt. Please write a description for a YouTube video tutorial on how to write effective ChatGPT prompts using self-prompting or Costa framework. Self-prompting is when you tell ChatGPT to write a prompt for itself. Costa framework is this famous framework used at prompt engineering competitions that is very successful, and a lot of people who won these competitions used it. So it's definitely worth looking at that framework. And this is the answer that I've got. And to be honest, it's fine, but it's not really what I wanted because what I gave to ChatGPT was quite vague. And using the Costa framework, I would give it more information. So there you go here: context, objective, specific task, tone, audience response. This is what is expected. And I used it here. So you can see that the content was I created a YouTube video on how to create effective ChatGPT prompts using either self-prompting or Costa framework. There's objective, there's style, short, impactful, friendly, informative. There's tone, warm and inviting, and my audience, 20 to 30-year-olds interested in AI. And now I've actually got what I wanted, and I think it might be targeting my audience and delivering, what I expected, what I want to tell them. So that's nice. But let's take it a step further. And this is actually self-prompting. So I am going to include all of this information in the description down below, but this is my prompt for self-prompting. Please help me write a detailed prompt for ChatGPT. I want to write a description for a YouTube video on tutorial on how to write effective ChatGPT prompts using self-prompting or Costa framework. And the goal of the prompt will be to instruct the chatbot to create the description. I want the probe to use the latest, most advanced prompt engineering techniques. So this is what I wrote, and you can see that you can very easily apply this to yourself. So it will be, please help me write a detailed prompt for X. I want to write X, and the goal of the prompt will be to, create a description X, whatever it is. And then I want the prompt to use the latest, most advanced prompt engineering techniques. Do you see what I mean? There is really very little that you need to change this for yourself to apply it to whatever case you want. And then it created this prompt for me. And look at it, it's so interesting. I have audience and audience targeting, objective and value, structure and flow, tone and style, SEO keywords. Doesn't this look like Costa to you? Because it does to me. It's just basically Costa plus a couple of extra steps. But look at the audience. I just wrote 20 to 30-year-olds, but this is much more specific. Content creators, developers, productivity enthusiasts, and people who are seeking to improve the quality of responses while enhancing their prompt crafting. This is much better than what I said. Tone and style, friendly yet professional. Well, I did say something like that. Concise, informative. I also said something like that. But approachable. I haven't said approachable. That's really important. And sure, it encourages engagement by prompting users to ask questions. So this is just a much better, much more specific core star prompt that I've written, without really any of my work, isn't it? This is really lazy way to do it. But now I can look at this and I can tweak it, right? I can add or remove a little bit of information to make it even more, more streamlined and better for me, right? More accurate to what I want. And then all I do is I copy this prompt, I open a new chat, and I just paste it and hit enter. And now I got this video description here, and honestly, it's way better than the other video descriptions ChatGPT created for me, because it actually reflects what I want, without me putting a lot of effort into writing the prompt, into explaining to ChatGPT exactly what I want. So you see, in a really quick and simple way, in a lazy way, you can get a really nice result. And I'd say, this is not even like 20-80 rule where you have 20% effort, 80% result. I think this is far more than that. This is probably 10% effort, 95% result. This is really, really good. So I would definitely encourage you to check this out. And this is all for today. I'll see you in the next one.